Welcome to another lesson in math. We're going to look at a question on angles, stroke proportion, or ratios. Okay, ratios. And this is from a paper that was written on 7th July 2016. If you'd like more videos like this one, feel free to contact us on the numbers highlighted in green. Okay, let us get on to the question. Now, so this was question 14 in that paper, and it says the pie chart below shows how members of a club voted for the position of chairperson. Okay, so this is during elections. You can think of it like there's a meeting in a club where they are voting for the new chairperson. Okay, and the question says, what fraction of the members voted for Emilia? Emilia or Emilia? Emilia. So there's Emilia, Inonge, and Mercy. These are the three candidates that were being voted for the position of chairperson for this club. Could have been an AIDS club, Maths club, Jets club. Yeah, so they're voting for the chairperson. Yeah, and these are the ratios, okay, in which these of the votes, okay. These are the ratios representing the votes. So Inonge, the people that voted for Inonge is represented by 120 degrees. The people that voted for Mercy is represented by 135 degrees. While those that voted for Emilia, it's X degrees, we don't know. So the first question says find or calculate what fraction of the members voted for Emilia. Okay, so the understanding is the understanding on angles. As I said, this question is based on angles and ratios for proportion. So from this pie chart, we know that 360, a complete revolution, everything there would equal to or total to 360 degrees in terms of angles. So the missing angle here can be calculated easily by subtracting the sum of these two numbers from 360. The sum of the angles for Inonge and Mercy from 360, and that's the formula. That's how you come up with the formula. You say x plus 135 plus 120. When you add all the three, they should total 360 since it's a complete revolution. Then we add the two numbers, okay, 120 plus 135 gives us 155. Then collect like terms, the 255 crosses to the other side, it becomes minus or negative. And when you subtract 255 from 360, it gives you 105. And the question asked us to find, okay, what fraction of the members voted for Emilia. So you should represent this as a fraction. Okay, represent this as a fraction. What fraction voted for Emilia? He didn't say how many or what angle, but the question asked us to find the fraction that represents the number of people that voted for Emilia. So you say this is out of 360. So it's actually kind of a ratio out of the total. So 105 out of 360. And when you find the highest common factor, which actually is 15, the highest common factor for 105 and 360 is 15. Okay, there's that method that we use. You can find all the factors of 105, express 105 as a product of its factors. Should be use that long division. Okay, you'll be able to find all the factors for 105 and for 360. And then the ones that are common, you get the product of all the common ones. It will give you the highest common factor. If you don't understand that, feel free to request for that lesson. Yeah, but it's something you already know, I know. Yeah, but if you're able to quickly find, you can do that. But no problem, even if you don't really find the highest common factor, you just have to keep on simplifying by finding the next common factor until you cannot find any more common factors. Then that means your answer has been simplified. Because we normally want this answer in its simplest form for full marks. If you leave it at 105 over 360, it might not give you full marks. Okay, so the highest common factor here is 15. 15 into 105 is 7. 15 into 360 is 24. So that gives you the final fraction, which is 7 over 24. And we go to part B, which says if 20 members voted for Inonge, how many did not vote for her? So if 20 voted for Inonge, how many did not vote for her? So this one now is looking for the actual number of people who did not vote for her if 20 actually voted for her. So this is again ratios. You have to understand the ratios. So express these angles in terms of ratios. So 120 to the total, to the 120 to the number of those that did not vote for her. This is how we're expressing it. So 120 to those that did not vote for her. Those that voted for her to those that did not vote for her. Those that did not vote for her can be found by this proportion or this angle, which is 360 minus those that voted for her. So this will help us find those that voted for her. And this should be equal to the same ratio of those that voted for her, which are 20, to those that did not vote for her. So the two ratios should be equal. Okay, so 120 to 240. So this means 360 minus 120 is 240. Then you can express this as as division or over 120 over 240 is equal to 20 over x, also expressed as division. Then cross multiply. So major diagonal will be 120 times x. Minor diagonal will be 240 times 20. So start with the one with a variable. So 120 times x is 120x is equal to 20 times 240. This is in paper one, so don't multiply anything yet, because if you multiply, you just make your work more difficult. Just write them the way they are, so that we can simplify them easily. You can cancel out easily, finally. So you don't have a calculator, so you have to make use of the tricks. Don't waste your time by multiplying this. Just leave it until the final, after you've cancelled out. So 120 divided by 120. We divide by 120 to get rid of this 120. So we do this both sides. And then the x remains alone. Then here, if you cancel out the 0 on the 240 and the 0 on the 120, then 12 into 24 will be 2. 2 times 20 is 40, meaning 40 members did not vote for her. Okay, and it makes sense. 40 did not vote for her, 20 voted for her. Okay, that's what it means. So it means of the total was 60. Yeah, and she gets a third. And for sure, if you multiply 120 degrees by 3, it will give you 360. You'll be able to check. 120 by 3 is 360, which means she gets just a third of the voters. That's another way to think about it. If you know that 120 is a third of 360, it means you just get, if the total is 3, then 1 over 3 of the total should be equal to 20. Then you can work that out. 1 over 3 is equal to 20, is equal to the total. So if you say 3 times 20 is 16, then minus 20 to give you 40 members. That's another way to think about it, another method. All right, remember paper one gives you liberty to use your skills, yeah, and to quickly find your answers without being restricted to one method. All right, these are the answers. This is how you present them, and you get the full marks, 4 marks. So you get very good marks there for that question, for those questions. All right, all the best in your studies. We've come to the end of the lesson. Feel free to contact us on the numbers highlighted in green if you need more lessons like these.